Dagda agus tá fáilteró is mis an scéala beag. Hello, and you're very welcome. I'm the little storyteller, coming to you from our Live at 5 session where we have had a really, really great chat about technology as part of our pagan practice. And it's covered everything, which has been really, really fascinating. Everything from there's an app for that, from candle apps that you can blow out, to singing ball apps that you can use to call your quarters, and how people have kind of like grown in the use of that technology as part and implemented it seamlessly within their practices. We've also had people talking about coming from a more puritanical or structured or perfectionist element where things had to be represented as they were always used. The structure of their spiritual practice and their guiding was that you had to have this one specific thing to fulfill that role, that the tool, the atheme in some way was that is the embodiment. And so there were a lot of restrictions around that. And it's been very fascinating to see a variety of different perspectives. But technology is not just supercomputers in our hands. It's not just like the mobile phone that we have. It is this medium that we're using right now to bring you this message. It is this Zoom platform that has forged a global spanning community from East Coast America to West Coast America to over in the UK to all the way over in the Australia. Like, we have people from all over the world sharing regularly in community space, engaging verbally, vocally, visually in each other's lives through this technology. And so it has, and I'm delighted to report many people have actually spoken fondly and passionately about how our own group has facilitated their pagan growth. But if we go back far enough, pick up a book, that is a technology that has helped with people's spiritual growth. People talking about electric candles. Can you use an electric candle for your candle practices? Why not? It's as chemically valid as a form of light as striking a match is as chemically valid as forming a light. So it is about the use of these tools to enhance our experiences and our growth as not just a physical being, but also as a spiritual being. The acknowledgement that through this technology, we now have access not just to other people and other perspectives and other places in the world, but knowledge, information, books that we would not be able to keep in our own homes unless we had a home the size of a library, can now all be held in a small technological device. But we've had lots of advice as well. Lots of people have been speaking about, safe awareness around our use of technology, use of social media platforms, and how difficult and dangerous those can be. But then how they can be used in a way with intentional magical practices built in to prevent or to block, to actually section off your virtual space to defend yourself from negativity or negative influences or negative individuals. There was a very fascinating one, and a member of our community focuses on true seeing, so that no matter what the computer screen presents or is being provided through the websites or the imagery or whatever, they can see what's actually there. They can see what is the real energy behind that and the individual presenting it. And that is fascinating, even as a teaching tool. And I'm not just talking about the Irish Pagan School itself with all of its courses and everything else, even as a language and how this technology has informed our language, being able to talk to a young person, a young spiritual person or a young pagan person and say, as much as you would block someone in social media, you block them energetically from engaging with your personal space, engaging with you as an individual. And so technology has always, since the first time we started to work with fire, informed our practices, informed our ability to reason, to communicate, to exist. And so for me, there shouldn't be any barrier to any technology being used as part of your spiritual practice, because it is a tool. It is something that you use in order to create a transformation, to create some kind of energetic shift within yourself, within your community, within your world. So irrespective of the tool that you use, if it works, it works. And if it works for you, then no one else should tell you that it shouldn't work, because it works. So I will say thank you very much, Gaurav Mahagas, for being with us and for joining us on this talk and chat about technology. And I will say slán. Goodbye. I didn't press the recording button. I'm going to say goodbye again. See, normally you don't get to see that where I do the closing face, but that is my closing face. I'm going to do it properly now. Goodbye.